This is the reciprocal teaching worksheet. You will be getting into groups of 4 or 5. There are 5 roles, and you'll notice sections. The sections, there are 5 sections of the Highwayman that I've broken it up into. And if your job for section 1 is to find the figurative language, then you'll write a number 1 here. Okay? And same with questions and things like that. So, figurative language, find a metaphor, simile, a form of alliteration or repetition. Remember, metaphors they're explicit comparisons. You don't use like or as. Her eyes were diamonds. Similes are softer comparisons, like her eyes were like diamonds. Alliteration is when you hear the same consonant sound in words, the beginning of the words. Sally sold seashells by the seashore. That's an extreme version, but that is definitely what we would call alliteration. Repetition. Look for what lines repeat. Now you need to be able to explain the significance. Okay? You may or may not find each of these, but there's a good chance you will. So look hard and be able to explain at least a couple of those in great detail when it's your turn to present. The questions. Ask questions. They can be right there questions where you can just ask about what you think is going to happen. On your own questions, I wonder questions. Think about questions that can elicit some discussion. You may not have 5, but I want you to try to get at least 3 down. Keep working on questions until time is up. Visualize. There's a lot of imagery in this poem. So find a line that uses the senses so that it helps you visualize something. You can either draw it, if you like to draw. You can draw what that line is describing, or you can tell me what it is describing. Tell me what you think of when you read that line of imagery. Excuse me. You must put some effort into this. It is your turn to summarize. After you've read your section, you need to just give 2-3 sentences about what's going on in the poem and clarify. You have to fill these lines. There are all kinds of words there that you are probably unfamiliar with. If you know most of the words, start writing down the ones that are unclear, and then add some words that you think are very important to the poem, and you can discuss those as well. You'll notice there are remarks. These are all different types of strategies to use. Now, if you know most of the words, maybe you can help people figure out help people figure out the word based on what you did to figure out the word. And so maybe you guys read the sentence with the group and you looked for clues. Looking for context clues is really helpful. Maybe you didn't know the word, but somebody else did. Okay, so you have to check these boxes. You can use more than one. And I'd like to try to see a variety of strategies here. And then at the bottom, at the very end, if there's someone, or if it was you, that kept trying to keep the group on task, you ask questions of each of the presenters to try to get them to talk more. Maybe you helped them out because you could tell they were struggling a little bit. You're just making sure that you guys are all learning. That's what reciprocal teaching is all about, is just trying to get you guys to help each other learn. So that's what we're going to try to do today.